Aloha, this is the Torq M2 in their Torq TEC Construction. TEC is Torq Epoxy Composite. This is the sticker of their spec sheet. On the left is the bottom. It's a 6 and a 4 ounce sandwiching that carbon fiber stringer. And on the right, that's the top coat. There's a double 6 stringer and then 4 ounce. It's an EPS core and very lightweight, but all that cloth does give it some weight, so it's not, a feather, but fairly light. This one is a 5-fin futures, and we were looking at the boxes. The boxes definitely account that it's designed to be ridden as a quad. Usually when you see, a 2+1 type setup, the front fins are towed in just a hair more with the center box. With quad setups, they leave it out, usually about maybe 2 degrees or something out, so it compensates that down the line fish feel when you're flying and floating. The dims on this guy: 8.0 by 22, 2 7/8, 55.7 liter. Like I said, EPS core, so it's got a lot of flex. They control it with these carbon strips, top and bottom, and you can see where they taper it off. So as you're coming down here, it tapers off the flex. It's not a straight breaking point. It gives it some strength, and then this is where they really want it to flex. Let the tail kick. Comes down to a round tail. You've got so much volume and so much float that they pull in the tail, so you get some bite and some hold and bigger surf. So it wrap and turns in the pocket. The reduced surface area back there, when your foot's stomping on it, will dig in. The nose has quite a bit of rocker too. I'll flip this thing back over in a second. Just want to highlight how much rocker is in the nose. It's definitely not a nose rider, not even for a smaller person. Boards like this, missing link, hybrid, fun board, mid-length is the common term used for boards that have mid-lengths now, which is pretty appropriate. And that's what this is. So it fits a smaller person. It acts like a long board for a little person and a short board for a really big person. Even someone getting close to 300 pounds can use this volume, 55-ish liters, as a short board. Really good, solid glass job. Beautiful design, beautiful shape. If you want a board that paddles very easily, very easy to paddle, gets in easy, but you can still whip it around and surf aggressively on it, boards like this work really well. The bottom on this guy is single up front. You see that little single? Definitely more aggressive way up at the front. Scoop that water up and under it, and then it slowly transitions into the slightest of doubles. Very slight right in there, kind of under your front foot and between your legs when you're just trimming on it. And then there's some kick in the tail, and where this kick is right here, they shape down the rails this way from the center out. That's where they take out some of it, so it creates that V, thins the tail a little bit so it bites a little bit harder. So you got a single to a double, double goes out the back, and that V is created from that double. So single to a very slight double to a V off the tail. 8.0 by 22 by 2 7/8, 55.7 liters. This one's $670. This one you can get, they're all clear, they're a little bit cheaper by about, I don't know, $50 or so, but they do charge more for taping and painting the rails. Really beautiful board. Hard edges too. Try to highlight that a little bit. It stays pretty hard back here. Still a hard edge right there. Starts to soften up right in here, about, what is that, about 18 inches in front of the front fin, 20 inches. but still there's a hard edge to that. Gets a little softer in here. The midpoint of the board starts to soften up, but still turned down right there. So even if you're weighted up on your front foot or you stepped up on it, you're going to get some immediate planing from that harder edge. And if you are wrapping a full turn, cut back in the pocket, it's going to be a little bit forgiving with the softened rails right there. Yep, 80 Torq M2 EPS core, epoxy resin, 10-ounce bottom, and 16-ounce deck, carbon fiber stringers top and bottom. This one's hanging at Hanalei Surf, $670. Check out the links in the description below for their construction and our shop info and board stock list. Aloha.